Hi guys, and welcome. So it's me. It's my last live of the year. Oh my gosh, my hair is just, it's horrible. Need to shave down the side. Maybe I'll have my daughter do that later today. Last Color Me Crazy for the year. Probably the last Color Me Crazy. And we'll start something new in the new year. Haven't decided what yet. Yes, I still have a mess behind me. I showed that earlier in my introducing video and in my New Year's card video. So after this video, I am done recording for the year. I won't do a Watch Me Wednesday. I'll finish it Friday next week because of the short work week and long holiday week. And so this will be it for my lives, and if I do get a chance to record, I will. But I thought for our last Color Me Crazy, we would really go crazy. So let's get down to the stamping surface and we'll talk about it. Okay, let me go in. I want to go over here. Make sure my volume's down and I'm on. Okay, looks good. All right. So I decided to really go crazy for this last one. We are going to be using multiple colors, okay? Yes, look at that. We're going to try to fill out as much of the chart as I thought we could. So let's go in there. We're going to be using some Lemon Lolly. We're going to be using some Crumb Cake. We're going to be using Coastal Cabana. We're going to be using Crushed Curry. Can't believe I didn't use that one yet. We're going to be using Orchid Oasis. This is a in color that will be retiring at the end of April. And we're going to be using Highland Heather. Again, I can't believe I haven't used that one yet. All right, let me get this out. Today is the 23rd, so let's go 12, 23. Ooh, and I did that in blue. All right, 12, 23, 12, 23, and we had one down here somewhere. Oh, right there, 12, 23. Was that all 6 of them then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I'm missing one. Well, maybe not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And yeah, I guess that's it. Orchid Oasis, Crumb Cake, Crushed Curry right next to it. For the snake, it would have bit me. And I'd be gone. Alright. So, and what we're going to do is, instead of making 2 separate cards focusing on the cardstock, we are going to be using this stamp set, which I love, Notes of Nature. It's coming up in the January to April mini catalog. Sorry, I have Harry Potter on in the background, so it's a little distracting. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to use the whole stamp set, and we're going to do make our own DSP out of it, and then we're going to cut it up into 4 different cards, maybe 6, depends, we'll see. All right, so let's go ahead and go in there. So like I said, here's the stamps that we'll be using. And I have a bunch of blocks out, so hopefully I won't have to dig into my side table and make all that noise. Let me set those over here, and let's get these different stamps we're going to use for this collage onto their blocks. So we're going to be using that one, of course that one. I'm putting these on an angle. They will fit on a block this way. Maybe this one I should. This one I'm putting at an angle since it's a nondescript pattern. Not using any of the words. So let's go ahead and get this And I don't know if you've noticed, but we're using 6 colors and I'm using 6 stamps. Alright, not going to use any of the words in the collage. The only words will be coming from this stamp here. Alright, let's go ahead, close that up now. Let's bring out our piece. Move these up above here so they're out of sight. We probably won't be using the markers except if we want to do some additional splatters. So let's figure out, I usually like doing the smaller images in the darker colors. So let's figure out how we want to do this. I think we want to do the splatters in that. We'll do, let's see. I feel like I want to do this in that. I'm just thinking. I know, it takes a lot. Let's go like this. Alright, so these are the colors we're going to do. And I usually go from, okay, let me see if I can move this down just a little bit without getting off the screen. I like going with the bigger items first and then going into the smaller ones to fill in. So we have our one sheet here of basic white. And let's start off with this fun one. No, I'm not going to put any score lines on this. We're just actually going to be going around as much as we can. This is the crumb cake. And I'm going to be doing in my 3s. And then going from there. I like doing things in 3s. Since I won't see that word there, I'll go like that. Get my little wipe right here, get that off of there. Because of course, you know, I'll put my hands in it. Let's go ahead and then go like that. Again, I want a little off edge. Alright, I think that's, I always feel like I want to do just a little bit more. That's probably my problem. Alright. There we go. Alright. So we're done with the crumb cake and that stamp. Let's go to our next biggest stamp. Now this is really a filler stamp, but I still feel like I want to get quite a few in there with it. And I'm going to go really light with this because crushed curry can be a very strong color. And I feel like even going over the other letters won't matter. Move this up a little bit. Filling in, oh, look how that right in the middle. But that'll be okay because when we go to cut it up, it won't be right in the middle. So that's it for the crushed curry. Let's go into this one next. This we're doing with the Coastal Cabana. Again, let me get this somewhat. I should have brought my glass mat down, but I don't like really moving it too much. So it's just easier sometimes to do this. Let me get some of that ink off of there. Such a gorgeous stamp set. You know, and there was a time where Stampin' Up! Had a lot of collage stamp sets, and I feel like they've kind of gotten away from it a little bit. I need to get a few off, going off the sides, just so it doesn't look like they're all completely. All right, so there's that. Next one we'll use, I'm going to save this one for last because it's the darkest and it's also the filler. So let's go ahead and go in with the Highland Heather. Oh, I've got it. There we go. Sorry about that. So let's go with the Highland Heather and get some of these other white spaces taken care of. Let's see, right there. I feel like there's a great big blob right there, but I don't know if that's too close to the other one. Let's see. I have one there. Oh no, I went off the side on that one. Hopefully that's, and this one I don't like how, let me see if I can kind of get back over it. Now let's get some off the edge. Alright, now I feel like, let me grab from under my desk here. Close this up. So now I feel like I have way too much ink on my silicone cover. Right over there. Get some of this up. Just get some of that off because somehow it will end up on my hands and then it'll end up on my project. Let me go ahead and dry it off. This needs to go in the washer. Oh yes, look, because it has ink on it from earlier. That was not a good move. All right, we'll just let it air dry there for a second. How about that? Get off my fingers. All right, let's go in now. Feels pretty dry. Let's go in now with our Lemon Lolly. Oh look, it was still a little wet under there because see how it's curling my page up? Not the greatest. Oh, I hear someone moving around in the kitchen. Not sure if they're going to try to come in here and talk to me or not. All right, there we have just a little bit. I feel like I need one right about there. I feel like I need one right about there. I could go on like this forever, just the way I am. All right, and last but not least, this is our darkest color, so we want to go very lightly on here. Tapping on here light, going on here light. See, I'm barely touching, but look how dark that still is, even with just barely touching. Let's see, I have a lot in a line there, it looks like. Forgot to turn it. Let's get some off the side. Alright, I think maybe I'll do some 7th generation. All right, looks pretty good. And that's it for that one. All right, so now we have this. If we wanted to, now, you know me, I don't like flicking, but I'm gonna flick just to get some of that, some splatters of that crumb cake also. And those of you who know me know I don't like doing this. Feel like this ruins your marker. Feel like it also dries it out. See, look, I don't feel like all right, I think that's enough lifting. These markers don't do as much like that. All right. So that's it. We're done stamping for now. So I'm going to remove this. Oh, my one. Oh, sorry. Looked like my camera went out for a second. All right. So now on this, I'm going to cut this down because what I have done is we're going to make 4 cards like I told you. Maybe we'll make 6. I don't know. So I have these layers one down. I have my cardstock, which is the crumb cake. I have my 1 layer down. So then I think I'll go ahead and put these down 1 more layer. 1 more layer is going to be 3 3/4 by 5. Not sure if I want to go down 1 more than that. You can always cut off more. So let's just go ahead and start. So let's go to our 5 mark. Oops, wrong way. Starting it off all wrong. So let's go to our 5 there. And let's go to the 5 there. And then let's go to 3 3/4. I'm wondering if I want to, yeah, I'll go from either edge. Alright, so there's the 1. This is 5 still. That's 3 3/4. 3 3/4. Let's go ahead and see how we like those, and then we'll figure out what greetings we want to put on and what we want to do to layer and all that good stuff. So let's go ahead, go here. There's that. That one. There's that one. And last but not least, how does that look there? All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to layer these on here, and we're going to figure out what we want our saying to be. let's go ahead, we'll put these down. And yes, I could have cut die cuts out of this before I layered it, but I didn't. I know, extremely wasteful. Put this one down, and usually I will. I just didn't think about that. Usually I will cut out die cuts because we could have then had those little sprigs come up from under our words. Last one. Okay. All right. So now what we can do here, because we do have these pieces that we cut off. So you can go ahead. Now I'm not going to put a white base in here only because there is enough contrast that if you are using a black pen, you're going to be able to read it. So I find it a little wasteful to use more cardstock in there. You're just adding weight and you can see well on this color. So we could decide to go ahead and do that. Or we could decide to go ahead and, let me get out my Pebble Path, just the word, my word of choice lately for stamping. And let's see. Our sayings on here are: today is all about you, happy birthday, just a little note to say hello, thanks for making me smile. So I think I'm going to do just a little note. One. All right, so let's do the just a little note one. Let me go ahead and clean off another, take a stamp off another block that I have to clean. All right, hopefully it'll stamp okay, considering I don't have a piercing mat or anything underneath here. And let's see how it looks on top of that. I think it's, let me bring it up a little more. It'll take a little bit for it to focus in. Oh, I think that's going to be okay. Let's go ahead. Here is a little bit, it's a little bit lighter there. I'm just going to do a bunch of these because I'm going to figure out which one I like and which one I'm going to coordinate with this. That one's a little bit hard to read. I'm not going to do that last one. All right. And just to keep the layers from, yeah, I'm gonna wing it. I'm gonna assume that I can cut straight when looking at this, even though I did, oh, that one's a bad stamping. All right, so let's get 4 of these to look all right. I'm looking at the colors here. All right, so here's the ones I'm going to use. Now you can either use your markers to outline the edge, but you know me, I like putting it straight in. So let's go ahead. This one, I think there's more yellow. I'm going to use that one with that one. This one has a little more green. Well, that has the purple in it though. It has the green, so that leaves this one for here. And what I'm going to do is, so I don't have to layer, I'm just going to kind of, see how I'm sticking it in and then kind of going down? That way it gives a little bit of an edge, more of an edge. Let it sit over there for a little, oh excuse me, a little bit to dry. Here is my, alright, so let's put that one over there. Here is my Highland Heather. So in there and then bending it down a little bit. So there you see, let me do a little bit more on that side. All right. And since I haven't really done a lot of layers, I think I can pop these up and go ahead and it'll be okay for mailing. It won't be too extra thick. Ooh, got my thumb in. Oh, I didn't. Alright, so there's that one. And then crushed curry. Oh, sorry, that was so near the microphone. So sorry. I'm just putting that in that stamp pad and rolling it down a little bit so I get a little more of an edge. Here we go. So now that we have had this sit out for a while, we'll move these over here. Let me grab. Oops, just dropped that. I don't have, sorry, I dropped my tear and tape. Let me grab it. Don't want to roll over on that. Let me grab one of my lighter markers because I didn't actually. I do this, ew, that marker stinks. I do this so it helps me see where, which dimensionals I haven't used yet. Alright, it's pretty dry, just helps me. Alright, so let's start over here. These are the first two we actually did. Bend those. That way it's another good way to be able to grab and go. I don't put my dimensionals any which way. It's just whatever seems to work. Alright, so now I can see where those are. And then here's my last one. Alright. And there's the dimensionals. Let's go ahead. I'm going to put this one, I think, right there. That's a little bit of an open spot. Where's my... Oh, it's the wrong end. There we go. I like the little hooked end on. This is the one of the newer... Oh. Not working. There we go. It's one of the newer ends. Yes, I believe it's in the annual catalog. I don't think it's an online exclusive. I think this actually showed up in the annual catalog. this one. I can't. Alright, you know what? Where's my other end? Ooh, remember that goes in a certain way. Where's my other end? It's on this one. There we go. Alright, this I think I'm gonna do right about there. That one I really tore up. Oh my gosh, it doesn't want to come off. All right. This. I think I'll put it right there. Now, I'm going to put it right there because it looks like that's kind of continuing. And the last one. I think this isn't old, because if you look at it, I don't even know where I threw it. Yeah, this is a very old packet of dimensionals. I don't think we've done the turquoise ones for a while. I think it's the black and white backing now. So, goes to show that you can use them if you find them down the line and you're like, oh no, can I still use these? Yes, you can. I don't like how that one looks kind of upside down, so I'm going to put this one mostly over that. And there you are. And like I said, if you wanted to do your inside, you most certainly can. I prefer when it's a lighter color like this. I don't necessarily. Here, let me see if I can go out just a little bit. Let's see. I can't see what that says. There we go. That way you can see the full cards. So there you are, guys. Let me know what you think about that. Let me go ahead and go back down here. Thanks a lot, guys, for stopping in, watching. Do remember, this is my last live of the year. I might do a recorded one. I'm not sure. But at any rate, have a wonderful holiday season. Have a safe holiday season. Happy New Year. If I don't talk to you before then, stay safe. Most of all, enjoy your time. We'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.